Hello, and thanks for joining me today. You're listening to Alive with Dr. Nimira. Over the last decade, I've been spending my days taking care of mostly women who not only have aches and pains, but who've also spent the last decade or two putting their career and family first. I stand for a world where we can live our passions and purpose all out without the fear of our physical bodies giving out. I've created this podcast, Alive, Always Living in Vibrant Energy, as a quick way for you to learn more about your body. This really is a no frills, get the information out there podcast, and I hope that you'll enjoy it. As an upper cervical chiropractor, I regularly take care of many different types of people at varying degrees of health. And over the upcoming episodes, we'll discuss many types of things that can be reduced or eliminated when you can rebalance your health at the level of your brainstem. Today, I wanted to share with you about bone health. So what are we really talking about when we think of bone health? Sadly, as we get older, really after menopause, for women especially, it's the O word. And unfortunately, it's not the fun one. We are talking about osteoporosis. I just wanted to share a few numbers with you really quick so that you can see what an epidemic it truly is. Then we'll quickly look at exactly what it is, how it's caused, and what we can do about it. Osteoporosis affects 10 million in America, 80% of which are women. 1 out of every 2 women and 1 out of 8 men over the age of 50 will have an osteoporosis-related fracture in their lifetime. And for women, on average, we lose 1.5 inches of height every decade after menopause as a result of vertebral collapse. This is not something related to being old. It actually starts pretty early, so it's important we know what it is so we know what we can do about it. So the quick version. Osteoporosis is a loss of bone over time caused by a weakening in the skeleton. Our bones are always changing through a process called remodeling, and remodeling is a system our body has to preventatively maintain the strength of our bones. Remodeling is under the control of the central nervous system, and when it notices there isn't enough calcium and minerals in our bloodstream, your body will take action by pulling it out from the bones. This will cause an imbalance in the remodeling process, leading to steady decline in density and bone loss. So how does osteoporosis start? The first and usually more obvious one is from the medications that are prescribed to us. Long-term steroid use greatly increases the risk of osteoporosis over time. The next two actually happen in combination. Structure always affects function. Proper spinal structure helps your body work against gravity and other external stressors. The loss of these results in spinal degeneration, which then leads to osteoporosis as well. That improper structure will lead to the nervous system interference. This affects the endocrine glands, which regulate blood chemistry and affect bone remodeling, eventually leading to osteoporosis. So here's the quick and simple version for you again. At some point, you lose good structure. That may be due to a traumatic birth experience, a car accident, long-term chronic poor posture from lifestyle or work, whatever it may be. That leads to poor neurological functions, which affect your function of the endocrine system, that then leads you down the road to osteoporosis. It doesn't stop there, though. Remember our stats? That osteoporosis can lead to vertebral collapse, which then makes our structure even worse, leading you to go through that cycle again, each time decreasing our body's ability to function properly. Long term, you see the whole body effects. The poor messaging from the central nervous system then affects the messaging to all of your organs and tissues and can show up as poor digestion and breathing, blood pressure and cholesterol issues, reproductive trouble, kidney and liver function issues. The body works as a system. So once the main messaging system goes haywire, it's just a matter of time before everything else does too. So how do we change these outcomes? We have to improve structure to reduce neurological stress. This gets the messaging system in the body back on track and can then regulate the blood chemistry again. When you get the nervous system working properly again, you can actually improve messaging to all of your systems, which then leads to rebalanced or normalized blood sugar, blood pressure, and cholesterol. You also start to restore the body's natural structural curves, which reduces the pressure on all the joints. That helps keep you pain-free and makes it a lot easier for you to exercise, right? Regular exercise helps improve posture and the process of bone remodeling, and therefore prevents osteoporosis. This also helps improve sleep and energy. Here's one thing I really want you to take away from this though. Structure and posture are not the same thing. You can't exercise away bad structure. I've seen x-rays of a handful of trainers at this point in my career who look like they had perfect posture, and they were shocked to see their necks pointing in the wrong direction on the x-ray. You need to correct the foundation, and then the posture will come naturally. That's all I have for today. I hope that you learned something new and have some useful information to improve your health. Don't take life too seriously. Stress makes everything worse. Enjoy this week as best as you can, and I'll catch up with you in 2 weeks. In the meantime, purposefully live all out and reach out for help if you need it. I'm here for you.